How's it going, YouTube? Liam from Bleeds Australia here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, it has been a while since I've played this, because I have been playing a lot of other games off recording as well as on recording and whatnot. But, getting back straight into the swing of things, our next challenge is to now locate is to basically make up to Mount Hylia. Now, the problem when it comes to making our way to this mountain is that it is cold, and I know that because I remember that from playing throughout my last, especially playing in the normal mode. So, there's a couple of things we can do to reach up there. First of all, there's one by cooking up a particular kind of food that gives you resistance to cold for at least a little while. But I'm trying to remember, there is another way of getting up there, and I can't quite remember what it is. I know that you can get a particular jumper that makes you stay warm, especially when you're up onto the colder areas of Hyrule. So, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves a meat, fish, and whoops. I don't even know, like, how many of these I need to, like, how many chilies I need, or if I just need those 3. Yeah, just needed that. Alright, if you are moved by any wild culinary inspirations, feel free to cook yourself a meal using a pot over there. I cooked something. What is that? Wait, is that? That looks like my signature perfect dish, spicy meat and seafood fried. But how did you... Well, I suppose that's not important. I can trouble you... Can I trouble you to share the recipe? Ah, of course, Hyrule Bass. How could I have forgotten? Well done. Now please allow me to reward your culinary efforts with this warm doublet. Yeah, so we needed that. So with that, you'll be able to resist bite of colder environments. As for me, I know a great spiced meat and seafood. I know recipe I can use, so I can do without that warm doublet. Now, the way I figured that out, and it's a bit of an easy one, is that you can get the recipe from reading this book. The challenge is sometimes finding the actual ingredients to make the particular recipe. So we now have this doublet here, which means we won't take any damage when we're now in the colder areas, which is exactly what we need in order to reach the next, we need to find the next shrine. That's what I was looking for. So, let's head up there. I'm trying to remember what the best approach or the best way to actually get up there. Because there's one of the shrines over there. Going up. Ah, here we go. Now we're entering the cold area of Hyrule. Or at least part of some of the cold areas of Hyrule, at least, anyway. So there's the shrine over there. Oh, hello. I can't carry any more items, can I? What do I have? Well, more or less, what item can I actually drop? I guess I don't really need the Kokiri leaf, actually. So, let's see. Drop that one. I'll keep the axe. I don't need the torch. So, I basically will take the arm. I'll take both arms because they actually do prove some good damage. It has been quite some time since I've actually touched Breath of the Wild, because usually on random occasions I would have I would mainly get on Breath of the Wild just to mess around with bits and pieces, but I did actually find a pretty decent spot to just take in the scenery, because it just makes I love Breath of the Wild so much. It is such a fantastic game, and it's such a good game. Yes, there are other good-looking games I should probably add, but Breath of the Wild is just, in terms of its style, is much more... It's very, very special. And I gotta remember, this is Master Mode, and there's gonna be a lot of extras in here somewhere. Just memorizing it now, and just remembering... I still can't believe that they're freaking... Oh, I think it's the Lionel. I think that's how you pronounce the names. For the starting area, there is a Lionel on the Great Plateau. In Master Mode. Like, that's so freaky to me. Okay, so we gotta be careful, because I think if I jump in the water, it's freezing in there. And I don't have my glider. That's the biggest problem I've got, actually. I don't have the glider yet. Oh, hello. I'm trying to think of, like, what the colors represent. Do I have any food on me? Yes, I do. Eat the apple. And eat that. Wait, where did he go? So I can't pick up the shield. I'm out of shields. What's in here? Amber, I will take. Oh, there he is. I need to get remembering the button controls. That's right. That's how you throw items. Okay. That's right. Basically, the arms may have... These particular arms, they do a good amount of damage. But they, their durability is super, super low. Ah, there's the shrine. Right, the shrine is like actually like close by to the very edge of the Great Plateau, especially on the snow area. And I kind of like that this is like part of it too, because like it gives you it sort of teaches you the idea of like there are many many areas across the Hyrule, especially in Breath of the Wild, that that you do have to keep in mind of the temperature. And of course, not recently, I've uploaded an episode of RL Craft, which is a Minecraft mod, that has a temperature gauge of its own. It added in temperature. Oop, there goes. There goes the arm. That. So I completely forgotten that. Oh, hello. Falling rocks. What was I saying? Aircraft temperature gauge. Yeah, that's the game I completely forgotten about. This was something I completely forgotten to a massive extent. Was that Breath of the Wild actually had a temperature system? But it's cool that that especially at the start of the game, it sort of tells you, like, you know, temperatures, depending where you are, if the place is too cold or too warm, you do have to be careful. Ooh, what's this one? This is the shrine to get the cryo thing. I forgot what the name of it is. I think it is. Cryonis? I think that's what the name of it is. The Namut Shrine. I think that's how you pronounce it. Alright. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Namut. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Cryonis trial. That's right. Now I remember. Oh, man. Sheikah Slate initiated. Distilling Ruin. We now have the power of Cryonis. Ruin extracted. Like, it just amazes me, actually, like, how Nintendo designed up the sort of the technological sort of side of things for a Zelda experience. Like, it still would be funny. I'm not sure if they will actually tend to do that at some point in the future, but just the idea of, like, having sort of like a modern world take of Zelda. Oh, that's right. Grab rid of you. I completely forgotten that the last few maps actually had, like, little guardians in there. I had no idea. Let's see. Doesn't matter which one I go up to. They're all linked in the same way. Moving up. Haha. Ooh. I don't even remember if I noticed that in my main file. Ooh, I'll take the spear. At least I got 2 spears to mess around with. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you the Spirit Orb. And that's another Spirit Orb to our collection. Ooh. Hey, look at that. With this, you now acquire all the Spirit Orbs from the shrine on this plateau. Ho ho, extraordinary. This means it is finally time. Well, that means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first, imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines that at this end points. Find the spot where this lines. Find the spot where those lines intersect. Okay, I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where the 2 lines connect with the shrines would cross. I will... Oh! Oh. Because I haven't witnessed the starting part of the game for a long time, I'm probably going to forget, like, what actually happens. Okay. So now it's time to make our way back down. And reunite with our old friend here. Now, when it comes to the cutscenes, again, I think if I remember correctly how I approached this with the last few episodes, well, last 2 episodes I did, a lot of the cutscenes I'm going to skip, mainly the speaking dialogue. Some of the speaking dialogue I'll probably keep, but for the major stories, especially for those who have not played Breath of the Wild, especially the normal mode of Breath of the Wild, I will hold off on any of the cutscenes and just skip ahead throughout the game. Whoop. Oh, dang it. Because I'm not so used to the freaking tougher monsters in the first area, because they're all... in the main mode, it's the, red begob... are those begoblins, or...? I forgot what they're called. Now going... shield surfing. That's gonna hurt. Whoops. You see me? Don't see me. They see me. Shield surfing. I kind of like it that shield surfing is actually a thing in this, in the game. It's so much fun just to mess around with like very high slopes. Alright, so. If I remember correctly, so where they all line up, which I think is at the top of the Temple of Time. But before we do that, I see the statue is actually shining up. Let us pray. You have conquered the shrines and claimed the spirit orbs. I can offer you great power. It appears you've claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me, what is it you desire? You wish for another heart container. Yes. I shall grant the power you seek. Alright, your life force has been strengthened, increasing your maximum number of hearts. Eee! Alright, go and bring peace to Hyrule. Alright. Oop. The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here, quickly. Alright. It's so weird, actually, for me to... Hang on, let's switch, because we're now out of the snow area. Let's switch back to the switch here, because I find it funny. It's interesting to me of how they approached the way that you collect heart containers and... Well, mainly the heart containers itself. Like, yes, they've added in the energy bar, or energy circle meter. But sort of steering away of how you collected heart containers. And not actually having like pieces of heart or anything like that. It is such a strange thing for me. Well, not so strange. Like, eventually I gotten used to it, but it's just that it's so different compared to how it originally all worked in the previous Zelda games. It's a different term, but it's such a good one too.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead.
Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. Woohoo! You got the paraglider. The isolated plateau complete. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I have told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Oh, destroy Ganon. New objective, main quest. That's it there. Alright, seek out Impa. Soldier's bow. Nice. Alright, so. Oh man, I'm not sure if I will show the entire cutscene for this particular episode. We'll see what happens, but I'm just so amazed of the cutscenes that they had for this game. Because, like, again, I think, so it's nearly been, it's been nearly 4 years, I think? Nearly 4 years? No. I'm trying to think, when did this come out? This came out in 2018, right? Ooh. I'll need to have a look into that. But this game has been around for a few years now. And yet, the graphics just still look absolutely... Sorry, the cutscenes and the story. Because part of me vaguely remembers the story just a little bit. But I know, like, sort of the outcomes of what happened. And then, of course... So this... It's hard to explain it. Like, I'm sort of speechless just, like, watching the cutscene again. Like, from the very start of the game. And now that we're finally able to basically go out into the open field, we can now finally make our way towards Kakariko Village, where we're going to meet up with Impa. But not to mention, of course, I still need to play Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity still, because Age of Calamity is the prequel and the backstory to the events leading up prior to Breath of the Wild, which it makes me so excited to get back into playing that again and learn more, like, what the characters were doing before the time Link was sent to the Shrine of Resurrection and Zelda basically went out to try and hold off Ganon, or Calamity Ganon, until Link was fully healed up to the point that he has to start to go out and grab the Divine Beasts again and return them to their original state for us to gain back control and then use it to fight off Ganon. I really am looking forward to that. So it's going to be something. But I think I am going to end the episode off here. So in the next episode, I'll probably start off somewhere outside close by to Kakariko Village, just so that you don't have to worry about me exploring too far off. Maybe somewhere mid between Kakariko and from the Great Plateau. I'll decide where that goes next time when I start recording again. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited to get back into recording Breath of the Wild again, especially in Master Mode. But if you do want to see the cutscenes throughout this particular series, I will do so, but say so in the comments below. But for the time being, I think for the main purpose and the main focus, because this game has been out for some time now, I'm pretty much certain that many people have seen majority of the cutscenes, or at least watched walkthroughs of this game. So I'll probably leave most of the major cutscenes out. But, yeah, we'll see how we'll go from there. But thank you very much, guys, again for watching. If you liked the video, then click the like button, click the subscribe button for more videos heading your way. Until next time, this has been Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm Lee from Leeds, Australia. Till next time, Liam out.